You decide to learn coding. Day 1, you jump into Python tutorials. Week 2, you're frustrated, confused, and ready to quit. Sound familiar? Here's the brutal truth. 73% of people who start learning new skills quit within the first month. Not because the skill is too hard, but because they skipped the most critical step. They started building without laying the foundation, but here's what's interesting. Why do construction projects that follow strategic planning principles have the lowest failure rates in the world? Why do top companies like Toyota spend months planning before executing? It's a concept called Nemawashi, preparing the ground before planting. This is ancient agricultural wisdom adapted for modern learning. Let me paint you a picture. You've decided to master a new language. Most people immediately start with vocabulary drills and grammar exercises, but your brain isn't ready. It's like trying to build a house on sand. No matter how hard you work, the foundation isn't there to support what you're building. But farmers understood centuries ago, prepare the soil first. Researchers at Osaka University using neural imaging found that when learners skip foundational understanding, their prefrontal cortex shows scattered, fragmented activation patterns. But when learners practice Nemawashi, this method of systematically preparing their mental landscape first, their brain shows organized, efficient neural pathway formation. The difference: 67% faster skill acquisition and 83% better long-term retention. This is educational wisdom proven by science. Think about your learning like preparing rice fields. You can throw seeds on hard, unprepared ground and hope something grows. Or you can till the soil, add nutrients, understand the conditions, and create the optimal environment the way farmers have perfected over thousands of years. Nemawashi is your mental soil preparation. Small, consistent practice in the right order builds massive capabilities. Picture a flag: simple, deliberate, intentional. That's Nemawashi. Here's the paradox: Nemawashi feels slower at first but gets you to mastery exponentially faster. It's not about working harder, it's about working in the correct sequence, strategic thinking. Your brain is waiting to be optimized through systematic knowledge reinforcement, not random information dumping. Strategic approaches trump raw effort. Planning wisdom. Imagine learning like a skill tree. Proper foundation prevents catastrophic failure later. Your brain is a muscle that grows with intelligent training through proper preparation, the Nemawashi method. First technique, the learning landscape map. This comes from how project managers approach complex problems. Before you learn anything new, spend your first session creating a visual map of the entire skill. Not learning it, just mapping it like engineers creating blueprints. If you're learning programming, don't write code. Draw a diagram showing what is programming, what are the main concepts, how do they connect, where does it get difficult, what prerequisites exist. This activates your brain's pattern recognition system. You're creating mental scaffolding that future knowledge can attach to. Transform passive observation into active retrieval using this planning technique. Second technique, prerequisite stacking. Most people fail at learning because they're missing invisible prerequisites. Education excels when it masters this. Want to learn machine learning? You need statistics. Want statistics? You need algebra. Want algebra? You need arithmetic comfort. This is your prerequisite stack, like building a temple, each layer supporting the next. Spend one session reverse engineering your skills prerequisite chain. Write it down. Thorough preparation, then test yourself on each prerequisite. Any weakness, address it before moving forward. This seems tedious, but it prevents the catastrophic I do and understand anything moment that kills 73% of learning attempts. Top students practice this religiously. Create neurological triggers for deep understanding through Nemawashi preparation. Third technique, the Immersion Blueprint. Before starting deep study, create your learning environment blueprint. Not just physically, mentally, and strategically, like tea ceremony masters prepare every element. Ask these questions: when will I practice? Where? What distractions must be eliminated? What resources do I need? Who can I learn with? What does success look like daily, weekly, monthly? This isn't procrastination, this is Nemawashi preparation philosophy. You're preparing your mind for sustained effort through mindful, intentional practice. Elite students practice this religiously before exam season. They don't just study harder. They restructure their entire environment, sleep schedules, meal timing, study location, social commitments. They prepare the ground using Nemawashi. Then, when they plant the seeds of knowledge, everything is optimized for growth, the educational approach perfected over generations. The neuroscience backs this approach completely. When you practice Nemawashi, this method, you activate your brain's executive function centers, the regions responsible for planning, organization, and strategic thinking. This creates cognitive readiness. Your brain enters learning mode already primed for success. Systematic knowledge reinforcement, the way proven by research. Studies tracked students learning new skills over 6 months. Those who spent the first 5 to 10% of their learning time on Nemawashi, the preparation method, achieved mastery 3.2 times faster than those who jumped straight in. But here is the shocking part: they also enjoyed the process more and were 89% more likely to stick with the skill long term. Your brain is a muscle that grows with intelligent training through proper preparation. Nemawashi wisdom. Imagine starting a new skill with complete clarity, like an apprentice beginning training under a master. No confusion about where to begin, no frustration from missing foundations. No wasted time on the wrong approach. Just steady, confident progress because you prepared the ground before planting, the Nemawashi principle practiced for centuries. Nemawashi isn't about delaying action. Top companies prove this. Thorough preparation leads to faster execution. It's about ensuring your action is effective. It has the difference between randomly throwing effort at a problem versus systematically dismantling it through intelligent preparation, strategic thinking refined over time. Strategic approaches trump raw effort. Nemawashi. Your challenge: choose a skill you've been wanting to learn or one you're currently struggling with. Don't practice it today. Instead, spend 30 minutes doing pure Nemawashi, the preparation method. Create your learning landscape map. Identify your prerequisite stack. Design your immersion blueprint. All proven techniques. Tomorrow, when you actually start practicing, notice how different it feels. You're not wandering lost. You're executing a prepared plan, the Nemawashi way. Nemawashi is one of 7 complementary techniques. Full playlist below. Watch all 7 for complete transformation through this wisdom. Your brain is waiting to be optimized. Subscribe for systematic methods backed by neuroscience and Japanese wisdom.